Good morning, all of you. This is Hari Babu from Lendi Institute of Engineering and Technology, and its English Language Communication Skills Laboratory. As part of English Language Communication Skills practice, we have got English for competitive examinations as well as English for employability skills, a coursework that is designed by Team of English, which comes out with various models of training for 12 to 13 weeks of time and another 3 to 4 weeks of time for its assessment. From Lent Institute of Engineering and Technology, and its English. Sorry, there was again one more voice came out. It is from the live action of YouTube. Anyway, thanks to bearing with a couple of voices of mine all together at once. But anyway, as part of this English for Employability Skills course, we have got 13 to 14 weeks of training, and then couple of weeks for its assessment we have been conducting for the past 3 years from now. And of course, we had the training pattern that is based out of the learning by doing culture. And as part of the language laboratory, most of the undergraduate students who are looking for their job skill or communication skill or soft skill development, as part of any of these skills development, we have entertained the students to understand how easy that is when they involve into activity-based learning. So thanks to the Team of English here at Lendi Institute on English Language Communication Skills Lab platform, which is really practicing for the past many years, and as part of the examination we also came up with a novel approach. Since the job interview is always, rising to momentum, and it is conducted just like that on the very on the very stranger context. When a HR manager that comes to an interview, he is not known previously anymore to the candidate. Similarly, we keep this examination open for the examiners to come who are not known to us. We, the teachers and then the learning partners of Language Lab at Lendi, practice the environment and then skills and then what are the needs for communication altogether. But we allow the external examiners to examine and assess and finally to give away their remarkable observations for the improvement of the students. That is what the whole crux behind of this examination system. I request all of you to understand this one. As part of this examination, after 1 semester's training, we are offering this examination model for the students, and the students today are from electrical and electronics background from undergraduate program of BTech of our college. And we have Sailaja ma'am from I don't know where she is from, because she is quite stranger for me also. I don't know who has referred, but of course Sailaja ma'am accepted our invitation and she is there with us. And Sneha is also one of the examiners and who is known to me but not known to many. She is an alumni of this institute who did all the best, especially behind Anisha ma'am's room. If you can see, there are so many presentations, what we call the mementos and then trophies. One of the trophies was brought by Sneha Narayanam in one of the competitions. She was here in the laboratory, she did all the best, and Sneha is there as one of the examiners today. And of course, we are waiting for Asha ma'am to join, but anyway, the whole examination has got this typical plan, which I am going to now share with you. The plan of typically for the couple of 3 half an hours. The first half an hour we are taking it for completely understanding each other, setting the context, introducing the examiners and the student friends, and playing a video audio material for the listen to speak activity. In fact, as part of this coursework, we have allowed students to learn by doing, by just making all their communication practice go very well. So especially at the end of these activities, we have certain interesting models of the work style. Particularly, one of such models is listen to speak, where we allow them to listen to some video audio material, and based on that they have to really respond what their opinion is all about, how they are going to justify with a discussion of their peers. So this is what the examination all about. The very first half an hour we can see the context setting, introducing each other, and then playing this video audio material, and how the exam that revolves around the whole video audio material we can discuss in the first half an hour, which now we are doing it. And the second half an hour is about the individual round of examination, where each individual in that room particularly comes forward to speak to you for 30 seconds of time about their take, about their view on the listening material that they have done. And in the second round, a group of students will come, around 4 or 5 peers will come and then sit with you, and they start discussing among themselves, and they also can justifying their thoughts, and they cross their points of view, and they also can come to a conclusion how they are going to present their listening exclusively. And finally, the last half an hour is for wrapping up of the examination with the external examiner's remarks. This is how we are conducting the examination, and I am very happy to have all of you with you on the board, with us on the board. Team English, which is very seriously putting a lot of good effort, and I congratulate them on this raised platform for their relentless efforts in keeping out the very right environment open for the student friends to develop their communication. So with this, I'm offering audio for session 1 to introduce themselves. Anisha ma'am.
A very good morning to all the external examiners. Good morning, Sajja ma'am, and welcome, Sneha. My name is Anisha, and I'm working as an assistant professor in Delhi. And thank you, all the external examiners, for taking your time and being a part of this examination process. And throughout this coursework, our students have been a part of various activities in order to make themselves job ready. So they are here to share their journey with you all. And I have here with me Bhishma and Yashwant to share their journey with all of you.
I work for Sir and Sajja ma'am and Sneha ma'am. Myself Bhishma, I am from Delhi. So I am here to express my journey about English lab. In first semester, we have learned about language skills and life skills from our theory part, and we have learned also some grammar and vocabulary part, and we have completed that. From that, we have developed our speaking skills and communication skills. Some more, and we have got second semester in that. We have learned about we have completed jam session and presentations PPT. Um, in third semester, we have learned about email writing and listen to speaking skills. From this listen to speaking skills, we have to hear to an audio or an video clip, and we have to share our perceptions to the to that. And second one is group discussion. In that, we have to share our perceptions as a group. Means 2 to 3 members will form a group and share our perceptions. Thank you. My friend will continue the MC.
Thank you, Vishnu. Myself, Ashwin Patnaik, from Delhi. And good morning to the dear advisor and respected teachers and my colleagues and friends. I'm here to tell about my journey, which I continue in English lab. We learned so many activities like jam sessions, debates, and group discussions. And moreover, listening and speaking activities, and furthermore, we have learned audio and video play clips. And because of them, we developed our speaking skills, communication skills, and our knowledge, and what goals and goals are we have to do in this lab. Our journey is continuing, and thank you so much for giving this opportunity.
Yes, as you can see them, they are a little bit nervous and tense. But then when we have first seen them, there was a lot more. They had a lot more apprehensions, and they were afraid to speak in front of the camera or any people, any persons. But then they have come a long way, and there's still a long way to go. And so, thank you, sir.
That's great hearing from you, Anisha ma'am's room. And in fact, everything is fine from you, but unfortunately, the microphone that you are using is too noisy. You are speaking, but we can hear you almost from two to three voices extra. All right. So, can you talk without microphone?
Sir, am I audible now?
Yes, you are pretty much audible. Both the boys, I love both of them very well because they're communicators. Actually, they can bring out the best of themselves. But unfortunately, because of this excessive voice that is coming from the microphone, their voice is re-echoed in our ears. But we missed a very good, interesting smile on their face. I don't know why they were very serious today. Now they're smiling. Thank you for your happy smile, because communication is added with additional features of body. Unless you make your attempt with your eyes, with your smile, with your facial expression, and also with a one-on-one communication. You are speaking to us. We are all here in the room. We have got around 6 windows open. All 6 are showing beautiful faces on the screen. Wonderful, lot of color, lot of warmth early in the morning we have. Then I don't know why you are putting a grin face. I don't think that any examination connected to communication should not be like a war. It should be like a happy environment. Let's have win and win situation. Instead having tough face on the screen and then saying language laboratory, and I love to say Hari Babu sir. Okay, when you called Hari Babu sir itself, I've understood that you are not happy today. So thank you so much for the rest of the session 1 to really present your ideas in the examination so well, because the whole examination is going to revolve around one of the interesting listening tasks. Unless you keep your projected listening so seriously, you may not really put a right expression back to examiners. So mind that interesting business of communicating. All right. So with that, I'll bless session 1 to make wonders shortly in the examination. And now the chance is given to session 2 from Ramya ma'am's room.
Morning, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Pretty much.
Yes.
You're louder enough.
Morning, one and all. Good morning to the external examiners as well. My hearty welcome to all the external examiners in today's session. So, my name is Ramya Sipani. I'm recently been a part of Team English at Lendi. It's been immense pleasure being a part of Team English because we have a kind of communicative laboratory which is actually helping students of this Lendi especially very much. Because with these things and all those things, students can actually get a platform to understand the communication skills and actually go ahead implementing the communication skills in the laboratory itself. So they would be actually getting a chance of listening, speaking, writing, reading, and all the things which are very much important for communication. And to my knowledge, students over here are actually getting a chance of learning everything before they actually going ahead in the job. So it's actually a very great thing. It's actually applaudable. So now my student friends are actually sitting over here. So they're going to talk about the laboratory and all those things about the communication skills. So I finally, I hand over this to Subhash. So Subhash is going to take over. Thank you, sir.
A very fine morning, dear respected Haribabu sir and respected teachers. I am here to tell about a beautiful experience about LCS lab. And I never forgot my first day stepping into LCS lab because that's the day we collaborated with ourselves in students and the respected teachers, and we started communicating with ourselves, and there is the building of competition among ourselves, and we started communicating with class teachers and respected HOD sirs, and with more skills like experience, more of the skills like listening skills and group discussions. These are very useful in our personal life also. So that's my points on LCS lab, and my friend will explain deeper to the LCS lab. Thank you very much.
Good morning, sir. I am audible to you, sir.
Pretty clear, and you are looking very well also. So confident on your face.
Good morning to the external examiners and the Haribabu sir. Sir, today I was telling about the good things I was experienced in the EFC lab. In the past 14 weeks, I was doing in the lab sessions, sir. In the lab, so we are come to the lab, and every week, firstly, we can complete the LS activity among ourselves within groups. In the LS activity, we are hearing an audio, and we are talking on the audio clip for some time individually, and after that we are divided into groups, and that time some of the groups are went to some systems and talking at there in the group discussions on the topic. After that we are discussion with our lecturers also. After the group discussion, we are completing the grammar parts in some time. In this lab time, we are happy to learn many things in the English vocabulary and grammar parts. In that time, we are clearly confident to achieve anything by learning this. Thank you.
Okay, that's all. Is it all from session 2, and you have anything to say?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is all.
Thank you. And then we have heard much about the practices that they have undertaken and the experiences that they have had, and it's all a happy, prize-worthy moment. Since the whole world is really running around computer sciences, these are the kids who have come out with a choice to study electrical and electronics engineering. And I also have seen that their abilities are not really up to the mark. That was what the feeling of outside. But in our campus, from our laboratory, we never have seen any low spirit from the students of electrical and electronics background. I really appreciate the spirit that these are really sharing with us, and we are going ahead very well. And shortly we are showing the world that it is not the coursework that matters a lot, and it is how we are pruning ourselves makes definitely an indelible impression for our life. So this is what these two kids are trying to exhibit. Thank you so much for your confidence, and I wanted to now put the same confidence, and I also wish all the other 24 members who are sitting behind these two boys also to exhibit your talents well before the examiners. And now this is the time for Revati ma'am's room, session 3.
Yes, sir. So very good morning to everyone. Am I audible to everyone? Yes. Okay. So a warm welcome to all the examiners and Sir, Hari sir, and all our mates, teammates. So I feel very happy to be part of this team English at Lendi Engineering College. And I can say this is the platform which helps students to enlighten their skills very much to their career. So I can say it as a great opportunity to that. So it is very helpful to each and every student to show up their skills and practice, for the interview level. It is a real-time practice. Definitely they can achieve their part in the interview. So now I have second year students with me. So I let them introduce themselves. So I have 4 of them in front. So they'll introduce themselves to you all.
Good morning, sir, and good morning to Sailaja ma'am and Sneha ma'am, and a very good morning to all the deep English faculty. I'm Lalita from EEE section. From the day one of my college, from the first year, it's definitely be a step to learn English, and I'm very happy to be a part of Team English and also at Lendi College. From my day one, my mentor Joshna ma'am, and she's the very confident in herself, and also she's the most beautiful mentor we have never had, and she's the one who we are today, and day by day we are improving ourselves because of her, and how much we irritate her. She's very patient, and she's really something and awesome in learning us most important things. And day one of my college, I always remember, I had, I know that we have no allowance of mobile, but day one, she entered to our class and I recorded her audio, how she's speaking, and nobody knows this, but I myself am very happy to part of English lab, and I have learned a lot employability skills, that means communication skills, and how to face an interview, and how we should speak in group discussions and also debates. And these are we learned in second year. In second year and also first year. In this year, we are all practice on how before we spoke, and we learned a lot of things in this year also. And I'm very happy to be a part of English lab, and I'm honored today, and I've learned a lot in this, and in future also I'll learn a lot, and I'll be proud student of Team English and also Joshna ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I have never taken this opportunity to thank you, and today this is the most memorable day I've gotten. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, and thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, sir, and my teammate will continue the session.
Known to Harisa and all the external examiners. I'm Muhammad Safizuddin, came in lateral entry. Firstly, I was really so much low confident in English skills, all the activities. But later, after getting these English classes, I really learned very much new things, how to communicate, and almost very good things in this English class. Because there were many there were many opportunities like LS activities, celebrity interview, which made me more confident while speaking or while communicating to others. Mainly the celebrity interview made me more confident how to communicate with people while taking the interview. And LS activities made me more or made my listening skills more advanced, that whenever I see a video, I can understand things better, and I can speak words. I can speak more confidently compared to before. It's a really great platform for the students, and our institute has made many more good opportunities to the students to speak or to make students more good for their future. That I really thankful to the Jyotsna ma'am for making us more confident by speaking to others or communicating to others. Thank you.
So this is all about their introduction and their opinion about our lab. So thank you all for giving this opportunity.
That's great.
Over to
Yeah, that's great hearing from both the student friends. It is always a teacher who molds, motivates, and then leaves an impression on making his or her subject most interesting for the candidate. I love English because I have a wonderful teacher when I was a young boy. Similarly, this lady who has really put in an excellent emotion as an offering for the teacher who shaped her. Really, I appreciate the spirit of Mrs. Jyotsna, who is working in our team. Of course, she is into other class today, that's why she is not present. But anyway, we can carry out the same impression to her on behalf of you from session 3. In fact, it is always a pleasure in offering certain interesting emotion, expression, affection towards somebody who is really striving hard for us. You did that. It is one of the secrets of communication. You know that? Knowingly or unknowingly, you have really taken that opportunity to share your thought of love, thought of interest towards your teacher. That is definitely a sensible idea of communicating. You know, communication has got a lot of good things. One of the best things is sharing of value system. You did that. And in addition to that, we also have loved to see the other participants in the room who are successful and who are very much excited in practicing communication with the greatest awe, with the greatest interest. So keep continuing the same, because it's not an ending. You are just only in the couple of years of undergraduate program. You have couple of more years, and then you also have a lot of life to win through your communication. So keep practicing. May God bless you. And with this, the internal introductions are all over. And now I request Ma'am Shailaja to introduce herself. Ma'am, you are referred by one of our teachers, a team of teachers, or you have come? Right.
No, sir. I'm referred by Ms. Ramya.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Right.
Yes, sir. Good morning, all of you, and sir, good morning. Really, it is a great pleasure for me, actually, because, yes, sir, as you told, actually, education doesn't play a role. Only the communication skills play a role in our life, actually, where we stand. Communication only takes us somewhere, actually. So really, sir, it is very appreciable by your institute to conduct like this. And I got this opportunity by Ms. Ramya ma'am. Thank you so much. And I'm an MBA. I finished my MBA. I'm a housewife, and then also I'm a course instructor for Abacus. So I be taking programs for the children through online only. So I just get lot of people to see, like you also, like we go on through all this. But it's really, sir, seeing the students, yes, sir, as you tell, communication only takes place, because I've seen, because getting an IIT or getting an IAS, that's not me. But when you communicate and you stand there, it's really take you some steps more forward. I don't say that education is not that, but yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I wish all the success to the students. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's great hearing from you, Shailaja ma'am. And not only you are a successful mother and homemaker, and you are also a beautiful teacher. Thanks, Ramya, who has referred your name. And in fact, we are going, connecting dot by dot and bringing some strangers onto the board, making the whole examination process is just an interesting experience for the student friends. You have come out, and you have also been sparing your time and thanks for your patience. And I really love to mention the appreciation to Miss Ramya also, because Ramya is one of the active teachers who has just come into the fold of Team of English, who is really putting a lot of good effort. And I wish that this effort will definitely help the student friends to grow in future with all good communication. Thank you so much. And Sailaja ma'am, it is our pleasure to thank you with bottom of my heart, bottom of all our team's hearts. Okay, thank you. And now Miss Neha, and one of the best alumni of our institute, who has had her greatest love towards language lab practices, and she has put in very good effort in keeping the language labs flag fly high. It is not just to mention on the face of her, and I always take the pleasure in presenting Sneha Narayanam's view. Long back, she also has demanded from me a lot of chocolate, and then I don't know whether I have given the chocolate or not, but there was a lot of game between both of us. Always, whenever she is successful, she never asks. Whenever she is under pressure, she always asks me something. You offer me, then I'll be coming out of that pressure, and then makes the system wonderful. It was in one of the competitions we had this fight started, and it continued. And thanks, Neha, you have come on the floor today. So I want you to introduce yourself now.
Hi, thank you, sir, for the wonderful introduction. Hi, everyone. Very good morning. So I am Sneha Narayanam, working as data analyst at Infosys. And today I have to say you all that I'm really, really happy to be a part of this, just because I have been in your shoes a few years ago, and right now I'm just seeing all your faces. I can understand everything that you're going through, but just be present and just talk whatever you want to talk. I just want to say that before I start about myself. So I have been graduated in 2020 from Lendi. As sir has said, when we have a good teacher, we start to love English. So I have a very good teacher when I'm in my school, and later on I have a great teacher when I got to Lendi. And I'm so happy that I have been a part of Lendi, because I know where I am today because of Lendi and the English lab. So I would say that use it to the maximum and just enjoy every moment in the process. Thank you so much.
That's great to hear from you. We missed the thread of what you are actually now, and who you are from, where you are from, and then what is your basic designation and all that stuff.
I already said, sir, I am a data analyst from Infosys.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
working from home.
In fact, I missed it
Okay.
in the flow of thought.
Okay.
So thank you so much. And Madam Sneha now is going to introduce herself, and then going to examine yourself, and all of you are under her what you call room, successfully getting all the best for communication skills. And with this, let's now go to the next phase of the examination. It is about Asha. Asha is going to join you directly into the room, because she has a parallel meeting unexpectedly scheduled, and she is coming late by 10 to 15 minutes. Meanwhile, we can finish the audio video material. Before playing audio video material, I'll allow you to understand that the whole examination is going to revolve around this material, which I'm going to now play for you all. So I request all the examiners as well as examinees, support teachers, and the whole environment needs a lot of extra patience in putting your effort for listening of this task. In fact, the other day, Madam Anisha was mentioning so clearly about the expected outcome of this listen to speak activity. As part of listening, we have got different kinds of listenings, and then at the end of this listening, we are expected to work out with two interesting modules. The one is giving our own view. It is something like how you take, or how we take, how each individual takes certain listening from certain perspective. And this is what the very idea behind of introducing the first round of examination, to give within 30 seconds of the time what their take all about on listening something, what they have seen or what something was shown to them. And the second round of examination is all about how are they really justifying? Are they really going with the peers equally? Are they really crossing the peers? Or maybe are they are going to give the right aptitude, what others are also thinking about, what they have listened to or what they have understood. So these are the ideas that we are trying to bring out as outcomes from this examination. So I request all the examiners, all the folks in the fold to concentrate this video audio material. I'll play for you once after sharing the window. I also get confirmation from you.
The human voice.
Are you able to see a gentleman speaking something there?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah,
It's the instrument we all play. It's the most powerful sound in the world, probably.
I think he's saying the most powerful sound. Is it audible for all of you? June 2013 is found on the screen. Do you find it? I'll replay. Do you see TED and do you also hear TED's music? At least thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now I'll replay without any disturbance.
The human voice. It's the instrument we all play. It's the most powerful sound in the world, probably. It's the only one that can start a war or say, I love you. And yet many people have the experience that when they speak, people don't listen to them. Why is that? How can we speak powerfully to make change in the world? What I'd like to suggest, there are a number of habits that we need to move away from. I've assembled for your pleasure here 7 deadly sins of speaking. I'm not pretending this is an exhaustive list, but these 7 I think are pretty large. Habits that we can all fall into. First, gossip. Speaking ill of somebody who's not present. Not a nice habit, and we know perfectly well the person gossiping 5 minutes later will be gossiping about us. Second, judging. We know people who are like this in conversation, and it's very hard to listen to somebody that you're being judged.
I heard that there is a low volume.
Thirdly,
I'm replaying the whole.
Not audible, sir, please.
That's what. I'm trying to replay once again. Don't worry. And the volume controls also I arrange, and I replay it once again.
negativity.
Give me 1 more minute. Yeah. I think now the volume is increased fully, and I replay for you all. Now is it okay? I request one of you to let me know. Is it okay?
The human voice.
Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is the volume up to the mark now for the audio video?
It's the instrument we all play. It's the most powerful sound in the world, probably.
Do you hear it?
Yes, sir, it is fine.
All right, then I replay.
No, sir, it's not. Sorry, sir. No, sir, it's not.
The human voice. It's the instrument we all play. It's the most powerful sound in the world, probably. It's the only one that can start a war or say, I love you. And yet many people have the experience that when they speak, people don't listen to them. Why is that? How can we speak powerfully to make change in the world? What I'd like to suggest, there are a number of habits that we need to move away from. I've assembled for your pleasure here 7 deadly sins of speaking. I'm not pretending this is an exhaustive list, but these 7 I think are pretty large. Habits that we can all fall into. First, gossip. Speaking ill of somebody who's not present. Not a nice habit, and we know perfectly well the person gossiping 5 minutes later will be gossiping about us. Second, judging. We know people who are like this in conversation, and it's very hard to listen to somebody if you know that you're being judged and found wanting at the same time. Third, negativity. You can fall into this. My mother, in the last years of her life, became very, very negative, and it's hard to listen. I remember one day I said to her, "It's October the 1st today," and she said, "I know, isn't it dreadful?" It's hard to listen when somebody's that negative. And another form of negativity, complaining. Well, this is the national art of the UK. It's our national sport. We complain about the weather, about sport, about politics, about everything. But actually complaining is viral misery. It's not spreading sunshine and lightness in the world. Excuses. We've all met this guy. Maybe we've all been this guy. Some people have a blame thrower. They just pass it on to everybody else and don't take responsibility for their actions. And again, hard to listen to somebody who's being like that. Penultimate, the 6th of the 7, embroidery, exaggeration. It demeans our language, actually, sometimes. For example, if I see something that really is awesome, what do I call it? And then, of course, this exaggeration becomes lying, out and out lying, and we don't want to listen to people we know are lying to us. And finally, dogmatism. The confusion of facts with opinions. When those two things get conflated, you're listening into the wind. You know, somebody is bombarding you with their opinions as if they were true. It's difficult to listen to that. So here they are, 7 deadly sins of speaking. These are things I think we need to avoid. But is there a positive way to think about this? Yes, there is. I'd like to suggest that there are 4 really powerful cornerstones, foundations, that we can stand on if we want our speech to be powerful and to make change in the world. Fortunately, these things spell a word. The word is hail, and it has a great definition as well. I'm not talking about the stuff that falls from the sky and hits you on the head. I'm talking about this definition, to greet or acclaim enthusiastically, which is, I think, how our words will be received if we stand on these 4 things. So what do they stand for? See if you can guess. The H, honesty, of course. Being true in what you say, being straight and clear. The A is authenticity, just being yourself. A friend of mine described it as standing in your own truth, which I think is a lovely way to put it. The I is integrity, being your word, actually doing what you say, and being somebody people can trust. And the L is love. I don't mean romantic love, but I do mean wishing people well. For 2 reasons. First of all, I think absolute honesty may not be what we want. I mean, my goodness, you look ugly this morning. Perhaps that's not necessary. Tempered with love, of course, honesty is a great thing. But also, if you're really wishing somebody well, it's very hard to judge them at the same time. I'm not even sure you can do those 2 things simultaneously. So hail. Also, now that's what you say, and it's like the old song, it is what you say, it's also the way that you say it. You have an amazing toolbox. This instrument is incredible, and yet this is a toolbox that very few people have ever opened. I'd like to have a little rummage in there with you now, and just pull a few tools out that you might like to take away and play with, which will increase the power of your speaking. Register, for example. Now, falsetto register may not be very useful most of the time, but there's a register in between. I'm not going to get very technical about this for any of you who are voice coaches. You can locate your voice, however. So if I talk up here in my nose, you can hear the difference. If I go down here in my throat, which is where most of us speak from most of the time. But if you want weight, you need to go down here to the chest. You hear the difference? We vote for politicians with lower voices. It's true. Because we associate depth with power and with authority. That's register. And we have timbre. It's the way your voice feels. Again, the research shows that we prefer voices which are rich, smooth, warm, like hot chocolate. Well, if that's not you, that's not the end of the world, because you can train. Go get a voice coach. And there are amazing things you can do with breathing, with posture, and with exercises to improve the timbre of your voice. Then prosody. I love prosody. This is the sing-song, the meta-language that we use in order to impart meaning. It's route one for meaning in conversation. People who speak all on one note are really quite hard to listen to if they don't have any prosody at all. That's where the word monotonic comes from, or monotonous, monotone. Also, we have repetitive prosody now coming in, where every sentence ends as if it were a question, when it's actually not a question, it's a statement. And if you repeat that one over and over, it's actually restricting your ability to communicate through prosody, which I think is a shame. So let's try and break that habit. Pace. I can get very, very excited by saying something really, really quickly, or I can slow right down to emphasize. And at the end of that, of course, is our old friend, silence. There's nothing wrong with a bit of silence in a talk, is there? We don't have to fill it with ums and ahs. It can be very powerful. Of course, pitch often goes along with pace to indicate arousal, but you can do it just with pitch. Where did you leave my keys? Where did you leave my keys? It's a slightly different meaning in those two deliveries. And finally, volume. I can get really excited by using volume, sorry about that if I startled anybody, or I can have you really pay attention by getting very quiet. Some people broadcast the whole time. Try not to do that. That's called sodcasting. Imposing your sound on people around you carelessly and inconsiderately. Not nice. Of course, where this all comes into play most of all is when you've got something really important to do. It might be standing on a stage like this and giving a talk to people. It might be proposing marriage, asking for a raise, a wedding speech, whatever it is. If it's really important, you owe it to yourself to look at this toolbox and the engine that it's going to work on. And no engine works well without being warmed up. Warm up your voice. Actually, let me show you how to do that. Would you all like to stand up for a moment? I'm going to show you the 6 vocal warm-up exercises that I do before every talk I ever do. Anytime you're going to talk to anybody important, do these. First, arms up.
That's it. Now we have to take our engine forward. And I hope toolbox is ready. And then we also have various deadly sins, 7 deadly sins we have with us. And I don't know how many sins that we kept on practicing. And thanks, this is a beautiful piece which is now giving us a lot of room for our examination. I request both examinees and examiners revolve around the show, and I request the team English from Lendi as support examiners kindly arrange the set for your examination. Shortly I'm breaking out rooms, and I'll create 2 rooms, Madam Anisha. Is that okay? Madam Anisha? No, your voice is now low. Once again, it is dropped down. So session 1, you please stay back in the same room. And the rooms are open now. And who is the examiner you wanted at session 1? Sneha ma'am, okay. I'm putting Sneha ma'am there. Okay, Sneha ma'am is left over here. And then for session 2?
Session 2 is Shailaja ma'am, sir.
Shailaja ma'am, okay, session 2. I'm dropping session 2 and then Shailaja ma'am into the same room. You now take your room, and then I request Ramya ma'am to look after the whole examination in that room. In session 3, I am putting session 3 now to session 3, and Asha ma'am is going to come join you shortly. Wait until she comes into the room.
Sir, I'm sorry for the confusion. confusion. Actually, Asha ma'am is for session 2.
Anisha, we cannot hear you properly. Yeah, what is it you're saying?
Asha ma'am is for session 2, sir.
Session 2. Okay. Anyway, Salita ma'am already has gone there now, so don't worry. And session 3, you can take your room. Revati ma'am, you take your room so that in session 1 the examination begins.
Yes, sir.
Can you speak again, please? Yeah, you're audible, but it's a little bit low. Is there anything that? Yeah, you are. Just speak a little bit higher when you speak. Yeah. Again, your voice dropped. Again, your voice dropped.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Rajyasree from POs.
Okay.
And my topic is how to speak so that people want to listen. My perception about the topic is we should have to very confident while we are speaking to someone. We should have to impact. We should create an impact to listen our voice of them. We should have to carry our emotion and love towards them so that they can listen to us. Before we are saying anything to someone else, we should have to be so confident so that they believe us and they start what we are saying and they start doing what they want to do. Before we have to tell someone anything, we should be confident in ourselves before telling to them. Every person have 7 bad things: negativity, complaining, excuses, and so on. And there are good also: honesty, authenticity, integrity, and love. So that before we are telling to anyone something about, we should be very confident for that before telling to anyone. Thank you.
Anisha ma'am, are you there? Is Anisha ma'am there?
Yes, madam. She is in phone, madam.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. So you're 202. You're 202, right? Yeah, done. Okay. Carry on. Done.
Good morning, ma'am. This is Gopika. Today,
Talk a little bit higher.
Today I'm here to speak my perception on how to speak so that people want to listen. When you're confident enough, the people will be listening to you. When you have a great content and when you have a great emotion towards what you're speaking and you have a great impact towards them, then they will be listening to you. When you don't have confidence and you are low, the people will not be listening to your what you are telling to them. So that we need to have confidence and we need to have great content to speak in front of the people. Even though some people will be gossiping and will be judging you, that never mind. We know how we are and how confident we are, so that we need to speak towards them with a great confidence, so that the people will be listening to us. And never mind what they will be saying after we spoke, and we with hate, honesty, integrity, and authenticity and love, you can attract the people. And thank you. You have asked for me, is there any issue?
No, nothing. I was just confirming that they are coming in a sequential order, right?
Yes, ma'am. They're coming
Yeah.
up with their registration numbers.
Yeah, sure. And I just want them to speak a little bit higher because the voice is a little low. So I. Speak higher. Speak higher. Volume higher.
I want to share about this video, how to speak high. So people want to
Your voice is not audible. Your voice is not audible.
First of all, we speak, anyone must concentrate and share about their thoughts. It is easy to understand other people's and it's full of tone, pitch, and if you speak anyone with other people's, to get emotions, and it is easy to understand. If you speak, their words are attractive to others. And people, and first, we speak much loud and to create awareness on that.
Good morning, ma'am. Myself, Raju, and my perception about how to speak when someone wants to listen. First of all, we should have a confidence to speak, and we should have a content to listen to listen people, and we should create some enthusiasm so that people want to listen. And the 6 things we should never do in a talk is honesty, lying, and complaining, negativity, and so on. And we should be ourselves to say something so that people wants to listen, and 4 components that people will enthusiastically listen: that honesty, integrity, ethnicity, and love. So we should be in confidence so that people wants to listen. Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. This is Mama from Chennai. Today I share my perception about the video that how to speak so that people listen. Whenever you deliver your concept, it should be very clear and to listeners. When you have so confident and concept and communication skills, then only the listeners will listen to your concept. So whenever you deliver your concept, it should be very clear to listeners. Thank you.
Hi ma'am, good morning. This is Ignace from Player. Today my perception about how to speak that people would listen to our voice. To speak something about, we must be confident on what we are talking about. Then only we can speak properly with others. We can impact them by our speeches. If they can't listen to us, we made them to impact to made us to listen. Some of them will not concentration. Some members will be concentrating on them. We want to make them to listen to us by making impact, and the content we are speaking, it must be something emotionally to connecting them. That content will be helpful to listen to us. If you have a good knowledge about what we are speaking, then only you can speak as well as with them. Finally, I'm concluding that when we are speaking, we must be confident. Thank you.
You are 207, right?
Hi ma'am, this is Hamad Kumar from AAA. My perception about how to speak so that people listen. We should give the speech, and we should give anything for peoples. They should listen to us, because if what we think and what we tell the speech, they listen. we tell something, we have speaking skills good and honestly said, honestly, and we show the love from them, then they listen us, then they listen us carefully. Thank you.
Hi ma'am, my name is Dinesh and I'm from EEE LS section, and my perception on how to speak that people want to listen. If people want to listen to our words, these things we should avoid, that gossiping, negativity, and complaining, lying. These things we should leave, and we should spread hate. Means H means honesty, and A means authenticity, I means integrity, L means love. If we use these things then the people want to listen to us, because if we said in honesty way, they think this will be helpful for us to do anything. Like this, we should be safe. Thank you.
Morning, ma'am. Myself, Peter. I'm from EEE. Now I'm going to share my perception about how to speak and how to attract the people with our words, and how to attract the people with our words. First of all, we should be very confident about the topic or the thing we have to speak about them, and we should not tell them very lies, and we should not tell them we should very trusted. We have to be very confident, and we should very how to tell them very truth, ma'am, and we have to explain them what the topic are now speaking about that, and we should very confident about whatever talking, and I think. Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. This is Omkar from EEE. Today, my perception about the topic, how to speak that people can listen, leave the negativity and gossiping. There are 4 factors affecting the speaking, that hail means honesty, authenticity, integrity, and love. Honesty means speak clearly and communicate clearly and praise the people. Don't try to imitate the other one's speech. Be yourselves. Speak with a good tone and pitch. Speak with an emotion so that the people can attract to your speech. Thank you.
Hi, ma'am. Good morning. Today I am talking about how to speak so that people want to listen. And first of all, honesty. Honesty means being true, and what you say, communicate clearly. And authenticity means being yourself, and it is own your truth, standing in own your truth. So thank you.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Rohit from POs section. First of all, sir, I want to say about if you have say something about some particular topic, the people want to listen. What we have to speak, that people want to listen. Being some important points is pitch, tone, and emotions. Pitch. It's important to have a pitch so that if you speak something about a topic, it's very important. Communicate it clearly, and what you are speaking is it's very clear what you have to speak. And emotion is if we have involved that the topic, we have to say very emotionally so that people what they listen they attracts to us. And the most important key is to that hail. It's very important that people have to listen this. If you have follow this hail key, that people can listen to us topic. Hail means honesty, authenticity, integrity, and love. Honesty is the honesty is important so that if you are speaking something, be true with our words. We have to true with our words so that people can listen to us. And we have to speak very politely, and communicate is very important. Next, coming to second one is authenticity. Authenticity is uh, authenticity is very if you are saying something, we have to confident to people, and we have to communicate each and everyone. Coming to the third one is integrity. Integrity is we have to true with our words. What you are speaking with our words, we have to very true so that that people can listen to us. And the final one is love. We have don't tell anything about values, so we have some love that people, and we have to simply say wish them well. So that thank you.
Hi, madam. This is Sham.
You're 213, right?
Yes, ma'am. Hi, madam. This is Shami from EEE section. Today, I want to share my perception.
No, your voice higher, please.
I want to share my perception about how to speak. So the listeners want to listen. First of all, some steps to maintain to listen the listeners. First, gossiping and judging, negativity, and those are. First of all, speak directly and confident, and speak politely and positive way, and to communicate with the people very politely.
Hi, madam. Bhargav from EEE section. Today topic is how to speak to people to listen. To listen. The seven daily scenes, gossips, negativity, excuses, and lying. Is important of the how to speak to listen. And when they hear their voice to speaking to others. Thank you.
I'm on this in Kunda from EEE section. Tell about my perception how to speak. People want to listen. Being honest and speak clearly, speak politely, use positive language. Every people want to listen. Being polite, and there is honesty, authenticity, and integrating love. Being speaker quietly, speaks softly. Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. This is Surya Prakash from second AAA. I want to share my perception how to attract listeners while speaking. A good speaker have good body language, nice pitch of volume to audible, and a beautiful smile on his face every time. While delivering his content or communicate with others, he is honest in his words and love means he wish all the people well. And while delivering something, his integrity and his truth. He says something about anything or any other examples to listen to attract the people. Thank you.
Hi, ma'am. This is Anand Kumar from EEE section. Here we discuss about how to speak so that people want to listen. Most of the people have to share their feelings, at least share their opinions. Their human voice is the most powerful word in the world. Here we discuss about the 7 deadly sins of the speaking. According to there are 7 deadly sins of speaking, which are bad habits of communication. They are gossips, judging, lying, negativity.
Good morning. Today I want to share my perspective about how the people will think while we are speaking. Some of them will take the negative and some of them will take it as positive. But while we are speaking, we have to be confident. We have to maintain some smile on our face while we are speaking. And we have to maintain 4 things. And what makes it, we have to say it in a confident manner and honestly, we have to say that. And we have to love all the people while we are speaking. We have to attract them by our words. Thank you.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning. First of all, I am very glad to meet you. And myself, Ashwin Patnaik. And how to attract people while communicating. First, we have to avoid gossiping and negativity. Gossiping, negativity, like these topics. And we have to play an important role to attract people while we are speaking. That we have to communicate very effectively with them. By helping them. When we are showing the love to people, they will attract and yeah.
Morning, ma'am. Myself, Vishnu. I'm from WA. Today I have to share my perception about how to speak so that people want to listen. So most of the people want to say their feelings outside, but so many people they feel bad how the others will feel. So that most of the people want to listen some of the things, but everyone knows that the things are bad. There are 7 signs that people mostly want to listen. They are gossip, negativity. Mostly negativity is the one of the bad thing. Most of the people want to listen. So gossip, negativity, judging. So many people judge their others' ideas and others' communication. They don't get their own communication, how they are talking. They want to judge their others talking. so that most of the people want to decide their communication, but so many are rejected. Thank you.
Hi, ma'am. Okay. So you're double to one, right? Yeah. Okay.
Hello, I'm Harshvardhan from EEE section. I got a chance to speak to people want to listen. Honesty, to stand on your truth, authenticity, to get stand on the word. People try to imitate others, but being simply themselves. Make an eye contact to get another authoritative body language. Try to speak positive language.
Good morning, ma'am. Myself, Madhulata, and I'm from EEE. Today, I'm going to share my perception on the video that I watched today. How to speak so that people could listen us. And we often catch people that they don't listen to us because we speak a lot of nonsense. If people are not listening, that doesn't mean we have to shut your mouth. We have to speak good things. And that's the reason UNICEF have already conducted many camps like no matter who you are, where you're from, your skin color and your gender identity, you have to speak for yourself and you have to speak for the justice. And there are 4 methods so that the people could listen: honesty, authenticity, integrity, and love. When we are speaking, we just need to be confident for ourselves so that people could also listen. The main theme of speaking is that people will listen, and so that it should have some impact in their life. And thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. Myself, Monica from EEE. I would like to share my perception about how to speak so that people will listen. Being honesty, people will listen and share their opinions, and no matter how this, where we no matter where we can stand, then the voice is loud or small. There are 7 sins of speaking. They are judging, negativity, lying, etc. These 7 sins of speaking, avoiding these and speaking openly. Thank you. Good morning, ma'am. This is Vandana. I would like to share my perception on the video also. When you deliver the content, it should be clear to the listeners. While speaking, be direct to the listeners and use positive language. If you speak with great content, good communication skills, and great one, then the listener wants to listen your words. Thank you.
I read the first 3 participants.
Sneha ma'am, we are done with the first round. We'll be starting the second round.
Sure, sure.
These students will be coming up and there'll be a discussion.
Sure.
The first 3 candidates. Please go and enter your
Good morning, ma'am. We are here to speak the perception on how to speak so that people want to listen. We need to speak very confident and we need to have a great content in us. And based on what we are speaking, we need to have great emotion on it so that people will be attracting towards us and will be listening towards us. So there will be a great impact to the listeners, to the speakers.
So I agree with the point. First, if you speak, anyone, first of all, weight of the voice, the deeper voice will be more effective to people and pay attention. The voice of your tone is easy to audible and to speak confidence. Yes, I agree with both of the points. We should be very effective and we should create an impact to the listeners who are listening. We should be very confident towards that what we are saying or what we are delivering to them. We should have to be very clear while we are delivering so that they can understand and they start listening to us. We should have a high pitch and so that they can concentrate us. If there is a noise, they shouldn't listen to us. So that we should have a high volume and we should be very clear about our content so that they can listen to us.
By this, I will have to conclude that everyone need to have a great confidence within them when they are speaking, and they never mind what the other people will be thinking after they speak. We should never mind about the gossips, and the people always have the negative thoughts in them while they are speaking. So, because people never want to grow us, they themselves want to grow themselves. So, the people will be throwing the negative words on us, and they will be judging their gossip themselves. We should never mind those all, and we should have confidence within us and self-confidence. We need to move with our self-confidence, and we should not think about other people. Thank
Just a minute. The first three, I want to know their roll numbers. Who is who? Can you ask them to come? Can you ask them?
Ma'am, mine do not.
202. Okay.
201, ma'am.
201. Okay.
202.
Yeah. Tell me your numbers and then start, please.
206, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Good morning. We are sharing our perception about the
When someone wants to listen our words, we must tell them with proper manner. When we are confident on what we are speaking, then only the members who are listening us, they can concentrate on us. We must speak the words with confidence, and if the sentence we are speaking is emotionally or something attraction to them, they can listen carefully.
I agree to this point. First of all, we should be confident in ourselves to speak something so that people will listen, and we should create some enthusiasm so that people will listen, and we should say with an emotion so that others will listen.
I agree with both of you. When we are delivering a concept or a concept which is very clear, and when you are speaking, you are very confident about that. Then the listeners will listen your words and your concept.
Finally, we conclude that when we are speaking, we must know about the what we are talking, and we must confident on what we are talking. Thank you.
Please tell me your roll numbers and start.
7, ma'am. 7.
7.
208, ma'am.
8.
209, ma'am.
Is it okay if you both exchange the places? Yeah.
9.
So 7, 8, and 9, right? Okay.
Madam, this is a team and we are doing discussion about perception on how to speak that people will listen. If you want to speak some nonsense, even the people don't listen to the words. If you want them to listen to our words, we need to eliminate these kind of things like gossiping, judging, lying, negativity, and these type of things will let people does not listen our words. If you include some honesty and authenticity, integrity, they will listen to your words and they think of the words you are speaking and they think what you are speaking and what about what the thing you are speaking and the context what you are speaking, they will know. Like this, we have to speak.
Yes, I agree with Dinesh, because we tell the something speech. Listeners should be listen the what we tell about that matter. So we are get honestly and lovingly with the peoples by listening, by speaking them.
I agree with everyone's point, both of your point, because you should be very honest with others while you are speaking. Because when you are very honest, only the people trust us and they will also maintain some healthy bond with us. So healthy bond is very important for everyone's life and everyone's life journey. So we should be very honest and we should not put any gossip and false news to the others, and we should be very honest. No, like that. Thank you.
I accept both of your statements, because if you talk something nonsense, even every people will think about, he will only say about nonsense that are not worthy for us, because only thing you have to say is you to give your emotion about your what you are speaking. If you give about that emotion, then people think this is useful for us and they start listening to us and they feel that it is useful for our life and they think this is such a useful one to listen. Thank you. Thank you.
Tell me your numbers, please.
10, 11, 12.
10, 11, 12. Okay.
Good morning, ma'am. Today the topic how to speak the people will listen. The main points are to speak clearly and communicate clearly. Don't imitate the speaking of the other people. Praise the people in the middle of the speech. Okay, ma'am. if you say something about that particular topic, the audience want to listen to us, and we make them to attract us. If you are saying something about we don't follow these steps, judging, lying, grasping, not like this. We have to follow some methods. If hail is one of the most important key, honesty, authenticity, integrity, love. If you follow these 4 steps, the people have to decide this will be useful to us. These are the truth words, and we have to follow the speaker voice. So this the audience can attract to us, and they want to listen to our speech. And if you are very clear about the pitch, tone, and emotions. Emotions is the one of the most important. We have to speak with our words, and we have to maintain emotions with our words, so they can listen to us, and they are and the audience have learned from us and how to speak like that.
For example, there is a lot of movies to under Nota and a Tripler movie. And the Nota movie is a flop, and Tripler movie is a hit. And lot of audience delivery Nota movie in one way and Tripler movie in one way. There are two concepts are good, very good. But his delivery, the Nota movie is a flop and Tripler movie is a
Okay, I agree with the point. Delivery to the people in such a good way is that the people can listen to the speech. Okay, I agree with your two members' points. Even that no matter whatever it is, we must clear about what we are saying, and we must clear about what words we are speaking. No matter whatever it is, we must truth ourselves when we're speaking something about a particular topic. The audience, some members are saying some comments about the speaker. Whatever it is, we must clear about our words, and we must prove what we are saying, so that the audience can attract to us, and they will listen to our points. So thank you.
Please tell me your numbers.
This is Durga from the section. My registration number is 215.
215, okay.
This is Bhargav, my section. My registration number 214.
214, and you're 213.
213.
Yeah, okay.
I am Mrs. Shah. My number is 1.
Okay, start please.
Today topic is how to speak, so people to listen.
When you're speaking, the people want to listen to maintain 70s, and we are discussing about the 70s. There are seven things about to speak, judging, gossiping, communicating evaluation. When people want to speak clearly, being politely, speak confidently, make an eye contact, want to speak louder, and you are speaking maintain clear, and you are speaking maintain audio is clear to the listeners, and then speak properly and speak confident, and these are the things to maintain, and eye contact also. These are the things to maintain when you are speaking. There is an honesty being want to talk clearly, and authenticity and integrity. Now, people want to talk clearly. Some people will understand what you speak. Saying means the honesty. Honesty means to be yourself and to know yourself. And authenticity. Authenticity means to be yourself, confident and integrity and love. These are the key points to speak. Yeah. Thank you. Take care of the lines. Everybody.
Good morning, ma'am. This is Surya Prakash. Second play. 216, 217, 218.
Okay.
I want to give my perception about how to attract listeners. While speaking something or anything in between some listeners, how we represent our point of view to the listeners. A good listener, a good speaker have good body language, good smile, and good pitch of volume to audible.
So I have a question for you. What is the qualities that the good speaker have?
A good speaker always grabs this opportunity to speak and to communicate to the others, as well as he always say truth and always stands his words.
Humans have the most powerful voice in the world.
I agree with your point. The powerful weapon in the world is a word. A word can destroy, a word can create anything in the world. If you deliver something good point, the listeners receives very attentively. If you say anything very harsh or any other words, the listeners don't interest to attend your speaking or attend your content. How a good listener have how good qualities the listener should have?
4 qualities.
What is the 4 qualities?
While we have to, while we are speaking, we have to love all the people who are present here.
Sorry, I mentioned how good listener we have. Are you? Yeah, I will say a good listener always attentively listen how a speaker delivers and what a speaker delivers, and always make eye contact with the speaker to grab the knowledge, to grab his point of view. That's it. Thank you.
Madam,
Hi.
here I am 219 and 20 and 21.
19, 20, and 21.
Morning. And we want to tell about how the speaker effectively communicates with listeners and how at that time what do's and don'ts you want to do. First of all, you have to be high pitch and high volume and high tone while communicating with an effectively. And you should speak with loud and good speaking skills.
One more technical note to the speaker.
We can also like the speaker already listener, but we cannot say we cannot just say that the listener we are already the speaker. I agree with him. You must have a authentication body language. You have to speak with a soft voice. You have to get a positive language when speaking. Then others will get affected to listen to us.
When a listener listens to positive thing, that listener can also speak a positive thing, and it reaches the world fast. But a negative thing will reaches more than that as a positive thing.
A good listener will be able to attract the good speaker, and moreover, a listener can understood and he can perform his what is listening in his daily basis activities, so that he can change his life in more effective and more comfortable. So don't get distracted from listening. You have to listen from point to point, from first to last. You have to listen carefully and be a good listener. First, you have to eliminate the activity as the low concentration while we are speaking, and you have to make a hand gestures and body movements and eye contact. You have to speak with confidence while you are speaking, because it attracts more people. And it attracts more people, and you have to speak with the activity while the others will like. Yes.
Most of the people want to listen negativity, but when positivity topic is running on,
people try to other people try to imitate us when we are speaking something else. We have to concentrate on what we are speaking. Don't get speaking. Thank you.
Please tell me your numbers.
I'm 22, 23, 24.
22, 23, and 24. Okay.
Good morning, ma'am. We are here to share that we watch how to speak so that people could listen. And we often catch that people ignore our words because we speak a lot of nonsense. If people are not listening to us, that doesn't mean we have to not speak. It is our right to speak.
And that's the reason UNICEF is conducting a lot of camps. You have right to speak, and no matter who you are, where you're from, the skin color and the gender identity, we have right to speak. And we have to follow some rules to speak, like HAIL means honesty, authenticity, integrity, and love. We have to stick on a point where we're actually talking, and we need to be confident in the point where we're talking. And my final conclusion. Yes, I agree with my friend. There are so many people imitating someone else. No matter would you speak something and be confident. What you speak loudly, and that is impact on others. And being honest to speak. That's why they are sharing openly about the thoughts, and wherever you stand, that that depending on we speak loudly or slowly. I agree with the points. When you deliver a content, it should be clear to the listeners. While speaking, if you have a deeper voice, the more people likes to listen to your words and pay attention towards your content. Hence, we conclude that by when you deliver something, be right to the listeners and make eye contact. Thank you.
Sneha ma'am?
Yes.
We are done with both the rounds.
Yeah.
So I just request you to please give them your suggestions and feedback.
Sure, sure.
Just in a minute. I'll give. Sneha ma'am, you can please give your suggestions.
Yeah, sure. So am I audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yeah, okay. So, hi everyone, and I hope you all have enjoyed the session as I have enjoyed it thoroughly. And so, each and every one of you have a positive point, and I suggest you to emphasize on that and also increase the other sides. Okay, this is the first thing I have to say. Like every one of you has one plus point, and that one you have to emphasize and increase all other things also. That's the first thing. And the second thing I want to say is have some smile on your face because that shows your confidence. Okay, I really missed the smile on your faces. There are only one or two people who are smiling. The smile is really a key component that is really very important to show your confidence. Okay, now I can see your smiles, but even during the interaction I want to see all those smiles. That is very important. Please remember that. And the other thing is, when you start to speak, don't start with any negative words. Okay, not only about this topic. If you even go to another topic, even that is a negative topic also, never start with a negative word or a negative sentence. Okay, always start on a positive note. Okay, that is also very important. I want you all to remember. So these are the main points I want to give to you all. Everyone is really speaking good. Just be more confident and smiling. That's it.
Thank you, ma'am.
And one more thing, just one more thing, sorry, just one more thing. The thing- Yeah, so the thing is, even if you don't have the right words to speak or complete knowledge on the topic, don't stop in between. Just continue with your flow, or just remember about some examples or experiences that you had in your life or your friends had in that life. Just connect those dots to the topic and speak. Don't stop in between or never show that you don't have anything to speak. Speak something with confidence. That's it. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you for your suggestions.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
I hope all of you will take all of those suggestions and put it into practice, right? In the next semester, all of you must be very confident, just like Sneha was telling you, right? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all
Thank you.
for today's session. Thank you
Thank
for
you so much.
joining.
Yeah, most welcome.
I think you can leave the session.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great summer. Bye.
Yes, sir. Are we in the breakout room? We can directly
Join the breakout room. Section 2.
Session 3. Yes.